This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my astrological opinion. Please enjoy. Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another quick celebrity short. Today's celebrity short is going to be about the multi-talented, the ever beautiful Miss Keyshia Cole. And if you know, Miss Keyshia Cole has been in the headlines or in the blogs here for the last few days or maybe the last couple of weeks or so with regards to her relationship with a rapper. I think his name is Huncho. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, so I'm not really sure. However, she's been in the news here lately with regards to that particular relationship. I'm not really sure how long they've been in a relationship. I do believe it's been a very short while. What's most talked about is the age difference. I think there is a substantial age difference between the two of them. And then as of late, there has been some upheaval around him potentially dating someone else. At the same time, he's supposed to be in a relationship with Keyshia. So it caused a lot of disruption and I believe a little bit of embarrassment for her for a brief minute. I think she took down all her social media platforms. However, here over the weekend, she was spotted out, I believe, in Las Vegas with said rapper. And they seem to be lovey-dovey or whatever the kids are calling it these days. I'm not really sure. But anyway, with that being said, I wanted to kind of take a quick look at Keyshia's natal chart and transit chart to see if we can figure out what is causing all the upheaval in her love life and see if we can get some clarification on what is going on with her. I did take a quick look. It's not going to be long. So basically, I got the birth information and I actually have a birth time, which, you know, I love working with the birth time because it helps me get an accurate rising sign on the person. So she was born October the 15th, 1981. She is currently 42 years old. That makes her a Libra sun, Gemini moon, and Cancer rising. And just off the bat, looking at her big three, with her being a Libra sun, we know Libra is ruled by the 7th house. This is all about relationships and partnerships. So I would say from Keyshia's romantic history, she is very much identified by being in relationships. I believe she's been married only once. And from my knowledge, she's had a series of relationships that have been unsuccessful. However, with having Libra energy, being in partnership or being in relationship is very important to these people. She also has her moon in Gemini, which to me is one of the signs that she really gravitates towards partners that can be younger than her. And if I'm not mistaken, the majority of her most noted relationships, her partner, the man, has been much younger than her. And also she's a Cancer rising, which definitely plays into her definitely trying over and over and over to make her relationships work. If you know anything about Cancerian energy, particularly Cancer women energy, we're going to go hard for our relationships. Even if they're not the best, they're not the healthiest, or they may be toxic, or just maybe something that we should walk away from. It takes a Cancer woman or Cancer placements a very long time to walk away from relationships. And that could be looked at from walking away from an individual relationship or just walking away and not doing relationships at all. All right. So with her being 42, her theme of her 42nd year, so that would have been from her last birthday to her next birthday at the end of the year, is 7th house. So she is going through a period that has everything to do with the 7th house. 7th house is about one-on-one relationships of all kinds. However, this does include romantic relationships. So she's going through learning a lot of lessons, dealing with a lot of things with regards to how she does relationships, how she shows up, and her partnerships in general. I also did her relationship activity calculations. This is the formula that I use when I try to determine what age a person should be going into relationship energy. On top of her dealing with her perfection year of 42 being the seventh house, the age in which I came up with that I could possibly see some change or shift in her romantic life is the age of 43. So that says to me we're going to have about 2 years of Keyshia going through things that have to do with relationships. Now, could she have a significant relationship when she gets into her year 43? That could be one of the things that plays out. But again, this energy is going to carry over from this year to next year with her dealing with how she does relationships. Another thing that is really hitting her heavy is currently she has Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, power, death, rebirth, evolution. It has been transiting her seventh house. So we're back at the seventh house. So she has not been having an easy time when it comes to relationships here for the last 15, probably 20 years. And this is going to still carry over because now she still has Pluto, which is in retrograde motion in her seventh house of relationships. And it is going to be there for a few more years. And if we look at Pluto and how it shows up in the seventh house, this is about transformation, both herself and how she does her one-on-one relationships. This could also bring the death of a lot of relationships. Again, we don't just look at this from a romantic standpoint. This could be relationships of all kinds. However, with how she does romantic relationships, she can experience a lot of death and rebirth around relationships, a lot of evolution and transformation. Now, also, we have to also look at Pluto and how it could play out in a power struggle in relationships. So this could be her connecting herself with people that exert their power over her or try to have power over her or try to just make her do things that she may not want to do in a relationship. And this could also be the reverse with her exuding power or control over someone. And this also could bring up abuse in relationships. And that's going to be something that carries over for a few more years with her. Now, the thing that I really feel like is affecting her is she has a lot of squares going on right now from her natal chart to her transit chart. Right now, she has a Pluto square that is transiting her seventh house, and it's squaring off in her fourth house of family. So again, we're back at the relationship dynamics, the family relationships. So that's squaring off. She has a Neptune square, which is the transiting Neptune is in the 10th house. It's squaring off in her 6th house. So this looks like with the 10th house, we're at the top of the chart, our most visible. So this may not necessarily be putting her in a favorable light as things are starting to come out with regards to her relationship that may be embarrassing for her. And she's being talked about a lot with regards to that. This is also a nodal square that she's going through. So again, this nodal square is impacting her 10th house of career and how she's seen in the public and her reputation. And it's squaring off in her first house about who she is and how she shows up as a person. So I can, when I take all those things into account, I could see how and why she's going through this transition at this time. Unfortunately for Keyshia, this is going to carry over for the next few years with her trying to figure out how to do one-on-one relationships in a healthy way. Can she make a lot of progress here over the next couple of years? Absolutely. But this is going to take her really getting the lesson and applying the lessons and the experiences that she's had around love and really putting those lessons to work for her. So I wish her the best of luck on her love life. She's not going through the easiest transit when it comes to love, and I send her a lot of grace. And hopefully she finds some kind of relief. And ultimately, I hope for her as we get closer, as we move forward in the year, going into 2025, love becomes a little bit easier for her.